welcome to the stage our next panel, Nerissa Low, the founder of Liht Organics. We have Anthony Nehaenko, the co-founder and COO of YallaMarket and YallaHub. Monish Chandiramani, the co-founder and CEO of Yeepeey. Great name, I like that one. We have Haarish, Ahmad, the head of business for FILO. We also have Basma Chahiri, the founder of Etika Jewels. And we have Sandeep Sharma, the director of Group Procurement and International Market Supply Chain for Alamar Foods, Dominos Pizza, and Igor Demishev, the co-founder and CTO of Jiffy Software. Your moderator for this session is Anurima, the executive editor, no less, of Images Retail Me. And here she comes, trotting to the stage. Okay. So guys, Anurima, the floor is all yours, and your panel is there waiting for you. Over to you.
Yep.
Thank you so much for making time. Thank you. Hi, everyone. So I have a cool panel, and the topic is also about cool quotient. So, you know, a round of applause for them. They're all doing good. And you want to sit this side, Sandeep? Should I be at the corner? Huh?
You can have, from my side.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, they are our cool brands of tomorrow. So a round of applause for them to start with, just to set the mood. Yeah. So I have a very, very mixed panel. And, yeah. So let's start by talking about what you are doing that is so cool. So whoever wants to take it first.
Actually, we found unique opportunity in start delivering our brands and our assortment in 15 minutes. Now we are the fastest delivery like eCommerce in MENA, in Middle East. So this is the main trigger to use our application for customers.
Great. So Basma, you want to go next? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I think you
No.
switch it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it works better when it's on. So we are Etika Jewels. We make sustainable lab-grown diamond jewelry that we distribute online. So we are the brand that want to bring diamond jewelry closer to people and make it more accessible, affordable, and sustainable.
Amazing. Yeah.
So I'm Nerissa. I'm from Liht Organics, and basically we are the first and only organic makeup brand here in the Middle East. So I think we're one of the only brands in the world that can claim that our makeup is safe enough to eat. So if any of you would like to give it a shot, come look for me after that. I mean, we're given oat milk samples in the panel lounge just now. I wish I brought some foundation samples for like desserts. So, yeah.
So yeah, guys, you know who to get in touch with for cosmetics. You know who to get in touch with jewels, and we go in line. So there's loads to come.
Yes.
You go.
So hi everyone, my name is Haarish. I'm from FILO. We are the world's only one-to-one instant tutoring platform. So what we do is we connect a student to a right tutor in less than 60 seconds. We have been doing it for a while, and we are currently in 15 countries and like doing it amazingly well across all the regions.
Amazing. Igor, you can go next.
Yeah, my name is Igor, and I'm a co-founder of Jiffy Software. So basically, as you may noticed, there is a software part in our name, and we do software for the e-commerce. We help retailers and companies who want to do their online sales efficiently by providing our full scale platform, which includes like automatization for like the whole flow for e-commerce, starting from the application web and like the back office stuff like content management system or order management, delivery management, and so on. So yeah, that's all.
Amazing. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Monish Chandiramani, and I'm the founder of an application called Yeepeey, which is basically into the e-grocery line. So what's cool about us, we have more than 150 merchants on the app, and we have a portfolio of more than 150,000 products which can be delivered to your doorstep in about 45 minutes to 60 minutes. And as the name suggests, Yeepeey, it's something which is exciting for us as well as for you. Thank you.
So you have the cool in the name itself.
The cool in the name.
Amazing. Yeah, Sandeep.
So, can you hear me? Okay. So, I think so. Domino's Pizza doesn't need introduction. So, we try to make the pizza for every age. Basically, the cool factor is basically the standardized product, great taste, and great service. So, we just mix up all three of them to just create something which is a wow factor. Less than 30 minutes while you order. And if you are hungry, that's the fastest food available as of now. So,
We
that's
can
how
ask
it makes
who
it
is
cool.
hungry and we can just place an order from the
Absolutely.
stage. Yeah. But anyway, getting into a serious note, let's talk about customer centricity because that's what makes you cool. You connect with your customers some way different than your competitors. So that's what makes you stand out. So let's go in order, like starting from Anthony, to know what you do, how you make it so customer centric. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For us, the most important thing for implementation of new features, for implementation and developing our product is communication with customers. We created a separate department for it, and we have like a lot of people who communicate every day with customers. We have special systems like feedback in our application, customer requests for different brands and products, and all this data we received like gigabytes of data and start analyzing and based on this make our application and our product better. If we speak about implementation of new features and unique features for us, it's like we also speak and make customer development and based on this only we implement something new.
Amazing. So Basma, you touched upon the sustainability part. Of course, that's a very big thing today. So, but then what's special when getting customer centric?
So you mentioned customer experience, customer service. For us is absolutely critical. We are an online jewelry brand, which is not very typical from the jewelry business, which is usually offline. So we kind of have to compensate that relationship that we have with the customer because the customer doesn't see us, or not in the beginning of the journey. So we need to be extra caring, extra present. We need to also be able to produce very high quality content where a customer can visualize herself or himself wearing this item. And you need to genuinely care because again, it's a jewelry business. It's a high price point, so people are going to spend a considerable amount of money. So you need to be caring, present, and really listen to the customer and try to meet their need as much as you can.
Of course, yes.
So I'm absolutely with Basma on that one. I mean, it's probably just as difficult buying jewelry online as it is to buy makeup online. I mean, how do you even know if the shade even suits you, right? And for the guys out there who can't really relate to this, like buying makeup online, you can't try the textures, you can't see the colors, and you can't smell the scents. So we try to, as well as what Basma mentioned, to create high quality content to be able to depict as much of this as possible. I mean, of course, we can color match all we want on the screen, but there's also that element whereby they have their own base skin color, which is not going to reflect as well. We've tried to use AI technology to superimpose makeup on, your face, if let's say you have an image over there, but it's never really going to be 100% right. So what we actually offer is online beauty consultancy. So, our customers can go online, let me know, like send me a picture of their face in natural lighting. Send me, the brands that they're currently using, the shades they're currently using, and we can color match for them as much as possible. On top of that, we offer 14-day free refunds and exchanges just in case the shades don't match. So we try to personalize it as much as we can. And in today's day and age where technology is all the rage, I feel like I'm a bit old school like that, right? Like I don't really want to lose that human touch. So we always try to create a lot of very human experiences for them. And a lot of our customers have actually come back to us and said, I'm shocked that your live chat is actually alive. Like, there's a human on it, which is funny because it's rare these days. But, as much as we can, we try to give them the best human experience as we possibly can.
Great.
Perfect. So, coming from an education background, we treat every single student different. We do not go with an approach that one-size-fits-all strategy. So for example, what we do is when a student raises any request on our platform, our patented AI/ML algorithm maps 27 parameters on the question end to 43 parameters on the tutor end in order to ensure that the right tutor connects with the student and help him or her with the right answer. So for example, if a mathematics student, I'm seeking help with algebra, I also need to ensure that the tutor, our algorithm basically ensures that the tutor that connects, he is also just not, we deal at a topic level. So he's just not expert of mathematics, he's also expert of algebra at the same grade level in which the student is, within the same curriculum that student is following. And also, he or she should be flexible enough in order to understand the requirements. So this happens on our patented algorithm. We have around 8 patents from US that ensures that our tutors and our students, the matching happens in less than 60 seconds, and it's accurate enough that the query or the problem of the student gets resolved in as soon as possible in real time. So that's how we treat any request that we raise from a student.
Absolutely. Yeah, before I come to you, Igor, I want to ask Sandeep about the customer-centric point, because you do it for them, so let them first,
So, when you talk of a typical customer-centric, we are into something which is consumed by the consumer, okay? So our product actually integrates with person's tongue, feeling, and brain, okay? One of them going off, he's not going to order again, okay? He has ample of choice. What he's looking at is looking at the same taste he has tasted before, and he actually ordered because he has tasted before, he liked it, and also the same preparation, same time, and also great service, and something what he can consume in terms of the value. So today, if you ask me, the consumer is really intelligent. He has got a lot of choice. Okay, so you have to play around that to see that how do you create a kind of and we are a global brand, but we are a value brand at the end of the day. Okay, we are not fine dining. So you have to actually take care of across the activity. That's why the back end and the front end has to work in a integrated manner to make sure that first thing is what are you giving to the customer is consistent in the quality, which is like one of the most difficult things that happens. And behind that, it looks very easy that I'm doing the same pizza and it's a pepperoni pizza, the pepperoni. But what goes behind it, the kind of training, the kind of offers, the kind of preparation time. So if you see our outlet has been designed in a way of a man material flow, okay? Because once the order comes in, the time ticks. And within 7 minutes, the pizza has to get ready, given to the rider. And we do not give our pizza to a consolidator. We give our product, we deliver it ourselves. We can get an order through Talabat or XYZ, whomsoever it is. But we deliver it because of 2 reasons. One is our driver should not, as per a compliance, drive more than 5 kilometers. So he has to reach there within 15 minutes from the time the pizza is given to him. That's the most thing. Second thing is, he has to be handling the product in a way it's supposed to be handled in terms of food safety, quality, and also in a way which we want to present it to the customer. He should be presented to the customer in a way that he is a spokesman of Domino's. Okay. So that all things matters till you actually take a food from him, and this guy, you shut out the door, eat food. So there's a lot of quotient that comes into it when you are doing, there's a lot of activity that comes into it when you're doing it. And I'm sure that's why we have been doing really great, across the world. And we are the #1 pizza brand in the world as of now, for now. So.
Of course. Lovely. So yes, Monish.
Yeah, so with regards to Yeepeey, obviously, there are a lot of companies in this space, e-grocery space. So what we did is we launched a 1.5 years back. So we've kept 3 points, which is focused towards the customer, plain and simple. Lowest delivery fee in the market, which ranges between 3 to 5 dirhams at the very max. And most of I think 75% of our stores still offer free delivery. So you're not paying an extra convenience fee for items to be delivered to your doorstep. The second one is that we don't have any markups on any products. So basically, if you shop from a Union Corp or from any other brand, you would see the same prices also on the Yeepeey app. So you're not paying an extra premium for a product to be delivered. And the third one is what we do is we actually work with our partners to get real-time discounts on the app. So what happens is if you see something on a physical store for a 50 or 30% off, you will simply find the same thing on the Yeepeey app. So it makes it easy for a customer to come online, and that's one of the biggest reason why we have some good referrals through the app, and our marketing is basically a word of mouth, if I may say. So this is the three main advantages what a customer would get by using Yeepeey, and this is the main pain points is a delivery fee and no markups and getting the same discount. So that's what we have kept throughout the year and a half since our launch.
Amazing, amazing. So, Igor, now tell us, how do you help brands make it very customer-centric for their customers? That's more important, I think.
Yeah, I believe, I liked what the guys said previously because, for example, I heard about the human experience, and I believe it's very important term to use because, in the retail market, it's not only your interfaces are good enough. You also, like Sandeep said, you need to fulfill your order to make the whole line of experience great for the customer. And what we did actually, as a background, we firstly started our business in London as a grocery delivery service. So we built the system which we are offering for other retailers for ourselves. And we invested a lot of efforts to actually do the smoothest UI in the app. So this is the first part of interaction of the customer to make them to get this first order, and then you must fulfill this order. And we also help our customers, our clients, the retailers, to actually fulfill this order in the most efficient way. Because, for example, we have online stock system, which basically synchronizes the stock levels, and it allows us to reach 99.98% of accurate deliveries. What it means is that only 2 items of 10,000 are delivered incorrectly, and mainly because some issues on the warehouse, like broken bottle or something like this. It applies for the dark stores, this specific metric, but for offline stores, of course, it will be lower because people really coming to the stores and can put the item to the basket, and you can't track it, although you will implement some really hard logic, like Amazon Fresh, for example, has with cameras and so on. But nevertheless, it is helping to fulfill your promises to the customer on all levels. So it is frictionless experience in the UX, and the fulfillment is also you deliver the product what you promised and how you promised. If you promise to deliver it in 15 minutes or to the specific time slot, you will be able to do this with our system. So that's how we help them.
Yeah. So it's all about streamlining, catering to your customer, understanding their needs. So all of you have a similar way of looking at it. So let me talk about the challenges, because building a customer-centric brand is not a one-day's job, and you have to constantly hear what they're doing, what they're saying about your brand, and then kind of change processes, build in right systems. So let me start with Basma this time. Talk about the challenges, when building your brand, what you have been facing, and how you have improvised in the back end to kind of change things around to make it more customer-centric. Of course, you mentioned buying jewelry online, so that's a big factor. So yeah.
Honestly, regardless of what you're selling, you need to give to the customer the best customer journey online. What you need to do is to keep the customer into your environment, and you can lose it very fast. So we had to change our platform within the first year because it has a few frictions. And we've built really a solution that is super straightforward from a selection perspective a view perspective and payment perspective. It is now so easy to buy that I had some clients like reaching out after buying saying, it was so easy, did it went through or is something wrong? I was like, no. It's really that simple. And yeah, it's really what the experience that you want to give to the customer really, because you can lose the customer very fast on the digital world.
Absolutely. So you are actually competing with Yeepeey and YallaMarkets of the world now because they are buying jewelry as quick as grocery. So yes, Nerissa, you can go next. Like, challenges, the tough part of being a customer-centric brand.
For us, main challenges was initially based on our experience of launching like a few tens of companies through this entrepreneurship experience. I understood one thing, that if you wanted to succeed and to become the first, you need to find not only market fit, but in your product you need to find one thing which will be the main trigger for coming customers and to become the best in this one thing. For us, right now, it's like 15 minutes delivery, for example, yes? And the main challenge is to keep this 15 minutes delivery. Actually, in reality, for us, right now, excellence rate is about 87 to 95% orders delivering in time, but accuracy about availability, which my colleagues already mentioned, it's also one of the challenge, but we created one of the systems that manually and automatical, of course, we check 3 times per day our stock, and we have also excellence about 96 to 97%. So these 2 main challenges for us.
Amazing. Yes, Nerissa.
With makeup and stuff that's, traditionally bought offline, I think this is definitely one of the things that we want to emphasize on. And the funny thing is that, especially in this day and age, there are still a lot of people out there who are not super familiar with, navigating online. So I think it's also my customer base, because a lot of them tend to be a little bit more mature. They had a lot of problems, navigating through a website, not knowing what shades to choose from. And we actually do offer to, create their orders manually for them, just to kind of take that stress away from we're not sure if the online payment's going to go through and things like that. We also made it very, very easy with very low barriers of entry for payment plans. Our products are not super expensive, but with a payment plan, it's pretty much like a no-brainer. It's just easy for them to go ahead with it. And on top of that, we actually get very personalized requests for delivery. They're like, oh, I'm traveling tomorrow. Is there any possibility we can get it, tomorrow? At the moment, we don't have an in-house delivery team, which we definitely should explore, and I should probably chat with all the guys out here with the 15-minute delivery solutions. Yes, but this is definitely something that we're working on. And if it really gets to that point, we actually do doorstep deliveries for them. And we also want to encourage a two-way relationship between the customer and us. It's so difficult to get loyalty these days, especially in the beauty space. So what we want to do is to create that relationship with the customers. So for a lot of our customers who have been really nice to us and exceptionally understanding, my gorgeous manager down there, Liesel, will actually drop by their place with flower bouquets, just to thank them for their, wonderful experience for us as well. Because, this experience is a two-way thing. It's not a one-way street. It's not just about what we provide to the customers. I think we want to encourage the world to be a better place and for everyone to just be super nice to each other.
Amazing. So, yeah.
Sure. So, the most difficult part when it comes to online education is, especially if you're dealing with instant online education, you're matching a student with a tutor for a particular request, is the sourcing of tutors. For example, just to give you a context, on FILO, we have around 70,000 tutors globally. And in terms of tutors, we are definitely one of the biggest brands in the world. So the most difficult part for us that we have realized and is basically sourcing the tutor, training them, aligning them as per our expectation, and then doing it at scale in order to cater to 3.5 million students globally across 15 countries. So there are multiple curriculums that are coming into play, multiple languages that are coming into play. We offer around 5 to 6 subjects So you can imagine the kind of permutation and combination it goes towards ensuring the right tutor matches the right student, and then that particular tutor is well-trained, well-vetted for. So for example, if we start, when we started the sourcing process, our acceptance rate was somewhere around 27%. So out of 127 tutors were getting accepted on our platform in order to cater to these students. Now we have to ensure that if we want to meet a certain quality, a certain expectation, especially when you are dealing with younger kids, kids who are in grade 6, grade 7, and the attention span is so less, the behavior is so volatile, you need to ensure that the right tutor has been onboarded in order to cater to those requests. We have to do the same thing at a very, very fast, in a very expedited manner, as well as at a scale. Now, from 27%, currently our acceptance rate is less than 3%. And it took us great lot of challenges in order to ensure that the parameters basis which these tutors are getting vetted are up to the mark. The same parameters are being considered in when we are matching the tutors, and the same parameters are also taken into consideration when we are training these tutors. So that kind of makes the whole ecosystem slightly complex, but with our own technology stack, with a really, really great tech team, we have managed to do it at scale, and currently we are catering to around 100,000 requests daily. And these are like individual one-to-one requests where a live tutor is joining a live student over a live video call.
Amazing. Monish, you want
Yep.
to go next? Yeah.
So I'll just basically speak about the general, disadvantages or the challenges we get in the e-grocery part. One is, I think that there are some retailers sitting in the room. One is the major issue is out of stock, because at times we don't have direct access to the inventory because we don't own any inventory. We basically list the products in the stores, so we don't have 100% visibility of the inventory in the store. So that's one of the challenges which every, I think, e-grocery startup would, however mature the startup, even the biggest ones face the issue. So that's something which we all are trying to mitigate or just remove it. But I think 99% we would be able to remove it if we have a better inventory systems implemented in the retail stores. I think the second one is basically every customer is different. Everyone has different tastes. As Sandeep said, if basically, there's so many people sitting in the room, we cannot have everyone satisfied with the product. So, but having said that, we have rounds of calls which go out to the customer. We send notifications just to come to know what they expect from us. So that's one of the challenges, basically retention of a customer, because you have a lot of choices. But with our USPs, we are able to remove that challenge. And I think. In general, I think we in the UAE are quite new to the e-grocery boost compared to the west side. So I think it's something which the challenges still yet to come, and we'll battle out when it comes. But these are just the two main issues which we face on a daily basis. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, Sandeep.
So I'll take forward from what just Monish said. So when we talk of a challenge, when we talk of anything, we just grade it into three things, which is value, taste, and convenience. Convenience sell. The customer need convenience. If he's sitting out of the home and ordering something, he needs convenience and clarity of what he's ordering. He should not just go up and up on the app and he's like, I don't want to order from there, okay? So what is the convenience? We did a lot of work on our app, which is our own platform, like Domino's own platform, Golo, okay? Because that's the only platform where if the consumer orders from there, a customer orders from there, he gets a full transparency, including when the pizza is in the oven, when the pizza has been taken, what's happening to the pizza, how many minutes it's going to be there. So he has full transparency of where is my order. If he does it with the aggregators, he doesn't have a transparency. Definitely the product will go, the same product and the same service will go, but he doesn't know it. So one part of that was, which is more towards convenience. Second part of the convenience is the service. What I was talking about is 30 minutes of free. Lot of times we do 30 minutes of free because we make sure that we review every order, every market, every week on extreme delivery. Extreme delivery is something which is beyond 27 minutes. That why that happened, okay? There may be factors affecting it, rain, driver issues, traffic, there may be something, and that's why if you see the universe of Domino's, they need to have one store every 5 kilometers because the driver should not drive more than 60 speed while going, because that's a safety standard of that, okay? So the second topic is taste and value. This taste and value has been very tricky since COVID, because the COVID came, factories shut down, countries had geopolitical issues, okay? So the value, it was an inflation point where even after inflation, I don't have a product, because every country has a different regulation. One small infection inside the factory is closed. Okay, we have seen that. We have seen cross-border issues. Okay, the third thing which is affecting your value, because you have to change the supplier, is the geopolitical condition inside the country. So as of now, in my universe of Domino's, Pakistan, Egypt, and Lebanon, all these three countries are struggling so badly. Okay, we are still there. We are surviving. The business is great, but the back end is very, very difficult because currency devaluations are happening. There are geopolitical situation. There are countries not allowing the goods to go in. Okay. So you have to take care of that part, because at that time, the consumer taste started changing, because I'll not take the name of the countries, but if you are just importing from one country, suddenly there's a ban on that country to bring it to this country. There's no other option. You have to bring it to somewhere else. And a meat of a Brazil or a meat coming out of France or a Turkey or a Egypt is different. The basic taste is different. Even if I put seasoning, I put the same breading, I do everything, but still a bit of a taste changes. There where you're playing with the tongue. So these three things, if you take care of in terms of the challenge, I think so you're good to go.
Amazing. So it's all about building that seamless business, and all of you are making it sound very cool, even though there is lots on your plate. So going forward, quickly I will want to know, in one or two words, if you can say, some innovation that you have put in, implemented in your business that has worked for you, and something that hasn't. So very quickly, in a few words. So think it like a rapid fire. So starting from Sandeep this time, yeah.
So basically, I'm talking of integration of the front end with the back end. Digitization, not over digitization, okay. Make it simple for the people, let the information flow transparently, including the customer feedback that comes to you, and try to see that how fast, how agile is your system to resolve it.
And something that has backfired, some innovation, if you're allowed to say, we've put you on a spot. Yeah, I'm sure they want to hear.
So when you talk of the innovation that backfired, is the over digitization that I was talking of.
Okay.
Sometimes digitization goes to an extent which is not required for the company. The people cannot handle it. Okay, there are people of different levels at different points. You're asking them to put something on a ERP, which if one person puts another zero, your whole system banks. So that backfired with us, which we actually returned it back, and we just got back to the old system. So.
Honest. Thank you. Monish, yes.
So I think right from the start, we are not big fans of creating very tech savvy UIs, because most of our customers are housewives who order groceries. So we have kept it quite simple, straightforward. That step one is to select a store. Step two is to order. So we've kept that right from the start the same. It's quite easy. It's quite obviously tech savvy, but it's easy for the housewives. And what we implemented, just about 6-7 months back, which worked well for us, is loyalty points. So each order you basically order from Yeepeey, you get loyalty points, attached to that, and the next order you can avail it. So that's something which has increased our retention rate. So that's something which has done good to the business.
Simplicity of ordering.
Simplicity
yes.
of ordering.
Absolutely, but something that has not worked.
I think we're quite new right now in the market. We're just a year and a half, so everything for us has worked, because being a startup, you just see the growth above everything. So I would not say anything is not
diplomatic.
Yeah,
I'll take that out from you some way down the evening. Yeah. I'll come back to you, Igor. Yeah, Ahmed, you next. Yes, yes.
Okay. So something that remarkably worked well for us is our tutor on sourcing and onboarding process. We started with a tutor count which was in double digit. Now we have tutors, more than 70,000 tutors on our platform. The way we need to build this process, the way we need to build the sourcing pipeline, because then we are currently present in 15 different countries, and in order to match to expectations of all those students across those 15 countries, we have to source tutors from multiple avenues. Some are expert in British curriculum, some are expert in American curriculum, some are expert in IB, International Baccalaureate curriculum, and then train them as per our standard, and then doing it day in, day out is something that has been challenging, but we leverage our technology, we leverage our platform, where a lot of these processes, we ended up automating them. Tutor vetting process has been automated, tutor sourcing process has been automated. The final verdict still goes to our in-house academics team, who marks the tutor verified or not, and if he or she is capable of handling whatever he is claiming to be. Something that did not work for us is initially when tutors are coming to our platform, they're claiming that I can handle maths. And we started pushing them requests across all the grade categories from grade 6 to grade 10 or grade 12. And that did not work because somebody who's claiming to be expert in maths, he might be expert from grade 6 to 8 or 9 to 10, but he might not be expert across all the 6 or 7 grades that we are currently catering. So we need to then evolve our process in a way that tutors are just not getting vetted or qualified basis the subject matter expertise. They're also getting qualified at a topic level. So I'm good with algebra. That does not necessarily ensure that I'm good with algebra at grade 12 level as well. So now we have went a layer deeper into our own process, and now we have started doing it. Initially, it did not work, but we have evolved in a way that we made a way out of it, and it's working fine. The process is working fine, and we have, like, it's a continuously growing process. Last month, I think in January, we were close to around 60,000. Now we are more than 70,000 tutors. So that's how it's working good for us.
Great. So a learning you've put into action, and now it's a solution for everyone. Beautiful. Nerissa, you next, yes.
So one of the things that really worked for us was our recent activation at Mall of the Emirates, where we did a VR activation with the brand. So we're the first to bring Beautyverse to the Middle East. So, you know, our customers come in, they put on VR goggles, and they get teleported to this meta world that we have created for Liht Organics. And then where they choose their avatars and different makeup looks for themselves, which, you know, they typically wouldn't kind of apply on a regular day. It's not so much of it being accurate, it's more of it being experiential and immersive and educational for them. I think that, you know, these days people have very, very short attention spans, and, you know, everyone's used to stuff that's been done over and over again. And I just didn't want to be a brand that was just doing something that like a gazillion other brands have already done before. So I was like, you know what, let's just mesh beauty, which is a traditional industry, with tech. And, you know, the buzzword these days is the metaverse anyway. So let's teleport everyone out of MOE into this other world. That worked really, really well for us. I think that people appreciated that experience, especially for women, because the metaverse is traditionally a very male-centric space, and I wanted to kind of introduce women into this space as well, just for them to kind of see what it's like over there. So I felt that really worked for us. We got a lot of PR engagement, and I think it's just really set us apart from a lot of brands out there. The thing that didn't work for us, though, was the AI application that I wanted to incorporate into our website like years ago. One of the things we found was that the image, you know, when a customer goes in and turns on the camera, what she sees is so inaccurate that I think we're going to get a lot of customer complaints when they finally get the products and they're like, this did not look like that. Yeah, so we wanted to avoid it. I mean, it was very expensive, but we scrapped it because we were like, no. I mean, I would rather not disappoint customers than to kind of, you know, I mean, for the sake of like having that technology on it. So yeah, still working on that.
Perfect. And Monish should learn from her. She's talking about her drawbacks also. Yeah, very bad. Yeah. Yes, Vasman.
For us, what worked very well, actually, beginning of this year, we signed a partnership with Diamond Foundry, which is the famous Leonardo DiCaprio Diamond Foundry in California, which is the only foundry that makes lab-grown diamonds without any carbon emission. So that was very successful and brought a lot of PR engagement and a lot of people trying to know more about what are actually lab-grown diamonds and how they can make more ethical and sustainable shopping choices. What didn't work or didn't work yet, I would say, or maybe it was just too soon for us, was the international shipment, because we started it quite at a very early stage. However, we are dealing with a product that is still jewelry, it's gold and it's diamonds. The thing with lab-grown diamonds, there is a little bit of a gray area within customs and everything that is related to international shipment, because they don't fall under the mined diamonds, but they don't fall into synthetic stone. So the shipment gets blocked somewhere and people don't really know what to do with it. So that brought a little bit of friction. So we decided to step back consolidate our brand within the region before taking that step ahead again.
Great. Yeah. Anthony. Yeah.
So like we try to use and to try innovations almost every day. Actually, we believe that like only when you do something that no one did before, you will succeed. So like, for example, except of ChatGPT and artificial intelligence make merchandising for us and write a description for our products in application. And we deliver croissant, coffee, and iPhone in 15 minutes. And we believe that like even cars must be delivered in 15 minutes. It's like, so we, for example, recently, a few months ago, we understood that we have full infrastructure and created from our infrastructure the service that any brand all over the world can use us as a platform and to come to Dubai and try sales, try using our accounts in marketplaces, try using our own marketplace, and to try their brands and products like on this market. And so we believe that if the service like it start growing already, and we believe that for owners of brands, like owners of companies must think about how to make their brand better, but we will take all dirty work on ourselves. And I think CaaS, it's e-commerce as a service, it's one of our main innovations which we created recently.
Amazing. So Igor, we were talking about weaknesses and strengths. So when a brand with a weakness comes to you, a retailer, so how do you, with your innovation, help them turn it into their strength?
Yeah, so basically, there are several types of customers who come to us, and like some of the problems are similar, but some are maybe a bit different. So the first type are startups who wants to scale, and actually, like what we saw in the market, usually there are some companies who are good in tech, but maybe they are not so have so experience in the operations. And there are some companies, as the opposite, have a good experience in operations, but they need help with the tech piece. But our core team, our founders, actually come from the companies who did the digital transformation. It usually takes like several years to actually, on the employees levels, just to make people speak in one language, like tech guys and the operational guys, to understand like the difficulties of each area of knowledge. And we actually help those companies who are startups. Usually they are only starting, but they have ambition to scale and they have funds to scale. So we help them by not only providing our tech solution, but also by providing our expertise in the operations, because we strongly believe in the fact that like this year you only can be successful and really like go faster than the market if you combine these two things, and this increases the effectiveness of operations dramatically. And by increasing the effectiveness, you actually can provide better service for your customers. At the opposite side, there are some medium and large corporations who mostly lack the capability of shipping fast the improvements for their customers, because if they don't do this, they will be behind their competitors. And they have some specific problems. We found out we actually solved it for our company when we were the retailer. For example, a lot of companies from the enterprise level who approached us have really big issues when they go omni-channel. Like 2 years or maybe 3 years ago, everyone was talking about like you should do omni-channel sales, right? And these companies, they started to actually sell on different platforms, not only the like direct-to-consumer application, but also like Uber Eats, for example, in the grocery space, or Deliveroo or Karim, like here. And from operational side, it looks like this. They have like 5 tablets, and the process is not unified. And it not only applies additional cost for the company, but it really drives the mess on the warehouse. And when there is a mess, you can't fulfill the promise for your customers correctly. There will be like some items which are missing, or some items which are put incorrectly, or like the substitution level will be higher. So it affects dramatically, and that's why we help them, like how we help them.
Great. But for Sandeep, you have already got an established brand, so pricing, discounts, and all that, does it really matter anymore to the customer? You have to be quick, because I want the newcomers to kind of tell me.
Anything with the value,
yeah.
Is very great for the customer.
Yeah.
It should have a value. The value can be driven in terms of the service. The value can be driven in terms of quality, taste, cost, for sure. I said we are a value brand. We are not a high-end brand. So I've seen one of the e-commerce brands here, which is a very high-end. They don't give discount. They don't do offers. They only give you 1 hour delivery. In case you want to go a party and you want a 3,000 dirham, thing, they will make sure that by the time you come out of the shower, it's there. Convenience. It's convenience, So.
Monish, do you do that delivery?
No, I think.
Just kidding. Yeah. No, so yeah, what is the whole strategy for a newcomer brand? Because ROI plays a big role. You all are bootstrapped, so you have to be price sensitive. So is the customer caring for discounts, or are they okay with value, as Sandeep said, and then you can put in your price tag and they don't care? Yeah. Yes, Monish.
Yeah. So I think for us, the way our business model is that groceries is a segment where anyone can just walk down to the corner shop and get their delivery, and they don't have to pay a premium for that. So that's where we come in. I mean, obviously, as you said, we are bootstrapped, so we have to see the unit economics. It has to match our requirements to sustain the business. So, and touch it, it's been a year and a half, and we have not required any external funding till now. So what we have done is that we have not kept our convenience fee too high, so that we lose the customer to some other brand. Because right now, if you see in the market, the crazy delivery fees going on, ranging from 7 to even 13 at night if you're ordering food. So we have kept it at 3.5. So in that way, we are still the preferred ones when it comes to ordering groceries, because you're not paying anything extra. So I think that's some value which is going to continue right when the business even grows to a level much bigger than this.
Right. What about FILO? Yeah.
So we believe till the time you are delivering the value, I don't think pricing or user retention would that big of a concern, especially if you are operating in a space where there are a handful of companies who are delivering the same thing. So for example, we initially started with a freemium model. Then we also introduced pay-per-use model for our cyclic users. So for example, we identified a bunch of students who used to come to our platform only during examination, and then they used to go away. Then again, when the exam comes, they used to come on the platform, get the help, so for those users, paying for a year-long subscription does not make sense. So we introduced the pay-per-use model, and even at a considerably higher price point. But that does not resulted in any sort of user churn. And even if in terms of number, the churn was there, but in terms of revenue, it sort of covers the gap. So till the time you're delivering the value, till the time you're fulfilling the expectation, I don't think charging a premium will affect your cash flow.
Amazing. Nerissa, you go next. Yeah.
So I think our industry is like the opposite of Halas. The price is like one of the first things that people look at. I think, so a lot of people out there are still very uneducated on organic products, right? Like, it actually costs 10 times more to produce an organic product as compared to its chemical equivalent. And a lot of people don't really know that. So the problem with it is that we are not able to price our products like the regular off-the-shelf chemical-based products, because number one, it's not sustainable as a business. Number two, people are going to be suspecting about whether it's authentic or not. Now, there's a difference between organic, mineral, and natural. And just to give you like a brief, summary of it. Minerals just basically made products that are made from rocks, so it cannot be certified organic. Natural products are made from plants, and the plants can be grown on farms pretty much anywhere that uses chemical fertilizers and chemical pesticides. Organic products are grown on an organic farm that doesn't use chemical fertilizers or pesticides, and they actually do this thing called biodynamic farming to ensure that the farmland is sustainable. So there's always issues such as, the weather, we can't control because it's not GMO, and the flower is going to look different in different seasons, controlling supply, and also ensuring that the product and the ingredients are actually in good quality. So this education side of things is something that we have emphasized a lot in our marketing campaigns to make sure that people understand that. I mean, ultimately, there'll be people who see the value and they don't see the cost, and there'll be people who see the cost and will never see the value. One of the things that I always believe in any business and in anything that we do is that 20% of people will always be your customers no matter what. 20% of people will never be your customers no matter what. And 60% of the people are the ones who can be swayed. So the 80% of the people are the ones that we are targeting at. And at the end of the day, you know what? This is a trend that's upcoming, and we can only hope that more and more people get educated on this.
That's a lovely philosophy. I will remember that. Yeah, Basma. Yeah.
For us, as we navigate the business in the online space, price, of course, is extremely sensitive. Especially that online, it's much easier to look at prices and compare prices for the customers. So we don't position ourselves as a luxury jewelry brand, but we want to be a jewelry brand that is fairly priced. So at the end of the day, we believe that customers want value for their money. Doesn't matter the price that they pay, of course it matters, but they want to know what they're getting for that value. So again, it goes down one more time to the content and explaining what they're getting, giving as much details as possible on what they will get, for them to be able to compare and say, oh, I'm really getting more paying this with this brand.
Right. And Anthony, for you?
Especially, we don't believe in any discounts and all this stuff, because we believe that people must have a chance to spend their money. And so, we believe that only complex with good and quality service and good and quality product without any discounts, and this will make good market fit on in the market. In any market. Actually, we had a practice with discounts. We played in discounter last year, and we almost closed of this. So, we know it's not in theoretical, practically. We know that discounters, it's not for big business.
Great, great. So we are almost at the end of the panel. So quickly, to sum this up, you all have lovely ideas to make a very interesting brand. So what next? All of you can just give a quick one-line answer to how you're looking at the year ahead and probably next year. Any new plans, anything you're building in? We'll start with you, Sandeep. Yeah.
So definitely, we still got more markets to open. We are looking at expansion. We went public 3-4 months back now. Okay. And definitely we are looking at innovation, because if you ask me, during the COVID, the menu has got consolidated because we never wanted to waste food. Okay, we wanted to consolidate menu, what actually sell, what doesn't sell. So we did the ABC analysis at that time. So definitely the innovation has to come in now. The world is getting different now. So innovation has to come, and the customer should have a choice of ordering more delicious pizza for them.
Amazing, amazing. Yes, Monish.
So I think in terms of talking about Yeepeey, I think there are a lot of exciting things ahead. Firstly, we are only at Dubai. We only deliver in Dubai, so we would look forward to launching in Abu Dhabi and Sharjah and the other Northern Emirates. That's one part of it. We would look forward to tying up with much bigger brands who have their establishments of more than 50 years in the UAE. And I think, in terms of our verticals, we started off only with groceries at the start. Now we have close to 8 and verticals are live, which go organics, which cover your pet shops as well as the stationaries. So we are focusing on adding more and more verticals, which fit within the daily essential shopping criteria of the company. And I think in terms of growth as a startup, it can be 10x, it can be 100x by next year. So hoping for the best.
Okay, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, for Philo, Ahmed.
Yes. So I think we always, within our internal team, we always used to say, we are just getting started. And we are actually just getting started. So much to explore. We haven't entered Europe yet. We are looking for more institutional level partnership. What we have started doing is also taking schools 24/7. So for example, if there is a school who's collaborating with Philo, we are ensuring that their student does not lack any academic help that they require, even if they have sat for studying at 8 in the night, 9 in the night, even at midnight. We are ensuring that the hand-holding remains in place, ensuring that the academic support, the right academic support that any student requires across grade 6 to grade 12 is being imparted non-stop 24/7. So we are working towards taking schools live, taking schools 24/7. That's one thing. Second, we are very nascent in North America. I think we have started 3-4 months back. We are looking for more institutional level partnerships over there. And within this region, we are planning to collaborate more with the public school systems to help those students as well, especially in the bilingual space, where we can help them in Arabic as well as English and impart the right education at the right time.
Great. Yes, Nerissa.
So in terms of future plans, right now, I mean, obviously we're going to emphasize a lot on this region. So regionalization is definitely one of the things. We're currently present in the UAE, and we are exploring to be launching in Saudi as well with a very strong retail partner. And of course, eventually we are looking at globalization. I think at this point of time, the spot of the leading organic makeup brand in the world is still not taken yet. There's no Bobbi Brown, there's no Chanel of the organic makeup world, and this is the spot that we're vying for. So I think in order to get there, we need to be really quick. For me, speed is everything, and to actually understand what the customers on the ground wants, keeping up with all the trends of what products they're looking at. At this point of time, we take a lot of customer feedback, and that's actually one of our KPIs. Our beauty advisors are always on the ground to find out what people are looking for so that we can actually create these special products that they want. I mean, all the guys here would know that we are in the age of efficiency. Speed is everything, right? So, and it's the same with like makeup routines. You know, once upon a time, we have 15 bottles on the counter and we have one serum for everything in the world. But now people just want one bottle that does 50 different things. And these are always the kind of products that we're looking to launch to be able to shorten the time that people spend on their makeup routine and to just have that hero product and, you know, something that actually works for everybody. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Lovely. Yes.
So for us, priority and next steps would be consolidating the offer. So we are working a lot on design and launching new products to create even more diversity on our platform. Our second priority, we are looking at having an offline distribution channel. And this will be our priority, and we would like to achieve it by end of the year.
That's great. All the best. Yes, Anthony, plans?
Plans in short term, it's to close the last Series A round of investments, to launch YallaHub in 3 countries this year, and in 4 years to become unicorn and have a valuation of $4 billion. Very simple.
Well, lovely. So we have about 1 minute or so. Anyone have any question for our lovely, cool brands here? Anything you want to ask? Yeah. I think if someone can give a mic, yeah.
Hey, I couldn't hear the plans of future for Jiffy. Can we actually hear the plans for Jiffy Software?
For Jiffy? Yeah. So we believe that For the next couple of years, we will be expanding to the different segment because we can see a great demand for our services from medium and large enterprises, like I mentioned before. But I believe the service should be available for the small players as well, because if we can reach even small players, it will mean a great increase on overall quality of services for the customers, and the amount of these small players is quite big, and I believe they are still very underserved in terms of some operational tools which will help them to fulfill their orders in like a very smooth way for the customers.
Lovely. Lovely. Just one question and we wrap up, Lee. Yes.
Hi, everyone. It was an interesting discussions about the challenges startups face. So, like, there are a lot of metrics for startups, like an average run rate, churn rate, a lot of metrics are there. But according to the panel, like, I would like to know what metric could be most important for measuring the growth of startups.
This question is for?
Like, to the panel. It is addressed to the panel.
Any one of you can take up, actually. That's what he's saying.
I can answer for us. For example, the main metric now and North Star metric is GMV of our customers. So we are focusing on this.
I think one more thing. I mean, obviously in 2022 there was a wave of investments, a wave of VCs who came and obviously pumped in money into startups. And right now, I think in 2023, as you said, there are some of the metrics which people follow. But very personally, we follow something where how long can we sustain the business without taking money from a VC or from an investor, because that's going to bring real value to your business. Because once you put a dirham of yours, you would want to convert that, and you want to convert that in such a way that you can survive with your own money. Right, with the competition, there are big sharks in this industry, but I think what's most important is how long you can survive with giving the right value, and by not requiring external funding at the very start. So I think the longevity of a startup is what's bringing real value in 2023, according to me.
So it's about the unit
economics and how well you can convert each dirham into revenue without actually spending and burning a lot of cash.
Amazing. We are done, Lee. We'll just get off the stage. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being a lovely audience.
Thank you.
Thank you.